If you've ever said, I don't like horror movies, there's a good chance that you just haven't found the right kind of horror movie yet. Because horror isn't just jump scares. There's emotional horror, there's sci-fi horror, there's psychological horror, there's satire horror, there's what did I just watch horror. So today I picked 10 movies across 10 different subgenres that I think are genuinely worth watching, whether you already love horror or you're kind of just getting into it. Okay, maybe some of these movies are not for beginners, but I'm still gonna share. The goal here isn't necessarily to scare you. They are horror movies though, so like read the guides if you need the guides. This is more so to kind of help you potentially figure out what may work or may not work. So let's get into it. First up, emotional horror. And for that, I have The Babadook. I feel like I talk about this movie all of the time and still not enough people have heard it, seen it, all of the above. This is one of the best examples of horror talking about something much deeper. On the surface, it's about a monster, but underneath that, it's about grief, it's about motherhood and exhaustion. Oh my gosh, I was really struggling with that word. And kind of what happens when your emotions go ignored for too long. It's unsettling without relying on constant jump scares. If you like horror that feels emotional instead of shocking, this is a really great place to start. Number 2, sci-fi horror. And for sci-fi horror, I have Annihilation. This has got to be one of the most visually beautiful horror movies that I've seen. It's strange in a really intentional way. It's cosmic horror, it's nature horror, it's existential horror. And there's one scene in this movie, if you've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. That definitely still lives rent-free in my brain. This is perfect if you like sci-fi, but you want something a little more darker, a little bit more mysterious. Number 3, modern body horror. And for this, maybe you're probably already gonna guess it, I'm gonna say The Substance. This movie is bold, so I really do feel like it belongs on this list. It's weird and it's very aware of what it's doing. I definitely feel like it's already become one of the most talked about body horror movies that there is. If you have seen this one, I would recommend Together. That one came out last year and it's for sure body horror, but it's not, it's its own thing. But it's also, you just go watch it if you want to watch it. Back to The Substance though. This movie explores beauty standards and identity and aging in such a stylized yet uncomfortable way. It's kind of like impossible to look away from, but impossible to look at. This one maybe isn't as beginner friendly, but it is unforgettable. Number 4, classic psychological horror. And for this, we have to bring back a classic, The Shining. Even if you've never seen this movie, I'm sure you know references to it. Red Rum, Here's Johnny, insert literally all of them. I watched Zootopia 2 the other day and there were so many, but this movie is slow, it's atmospheric, it builds tension in a way that feels completely different than anything that I've seen in like a modern horror sense. This is definitely one of the movies that helped define the psychological horror genre, and it still works today. I love this movie. Number 5, possession horror, or modern possession horror. I picked a more modern one. Modern as in recent. And for that, I did pick Talk to Me. If you want a modern possession movie that actually feels grounded and intense, this is the way to go. This is a strong one. It follows a group of teenagers experimenting with something supernatural, and the way they interact with it is very real. The movie moves quickly, it builds tension fast, and I feel like it's one of the most effective possession style horror movies, especially in like recent years. Number 6, spectacle sci-fi horror. And for this, I had to pick Nope. This movie is horror on a much bigger scale than people usually expect. It's part creature feature, part mystery, and I guess, you know, like part commentary on spectacle and the way that we kind of like watch things. And visually, this movie is incredible. It's one of those horror movies that actually get better the more you think about it. Number 7, Don't Look It Up First horror. I thought this category was a little funny, and this one easily goes to Barbarian. Do not look that thing up, okay? If you want to watch it, just watch it, okay? I swear as soon as people Google that thing or get any information from it, it ruins so many different things. It's so much better if you just go in blind, in my opinion. But I really do feel like this is one of those movies where the less you know, the better it is going in. Like seriously, do not look up that plot. Just watch it. Because this movie changes directions in ways that you just like, you don't expect it. You can't even like think about conceptually expecting it. But that's what makes this such a fun experience. I still remember going to the theater, leaving the theater from this movie, and and it's so real. Like it was so, oh my gosh. It's creepy, it's surprising, and definitely one of the most memorable horror theater experiences that I've had. Number 8, folk horror. And if you know me, you know my opinions, you probably are gonna guess what I'm gonna pick here, but I'm gonna say it anyways, and that is The Witch. I love this movie, I love this movie, I love this movie. I'm gonna make so many more videos talking about this movie. This movie is all atmosphere. It's quiet, it's slow. It feels like watching a nightmare someone had 100 years ago. I feel like it's one of the more defining horror folk movies that we've gotten so far. And you know, it's also the film that kind of, you know, launched Anya Taylor-Joy, so anything like with that, yes. And also yes, Black Phillip is iconic. Number 9, satirical horror. And what other movie could I assign this to other than Bodies, Bodies, Bodies? This movie is chaotic in the best way. It's funny, it's messy, but it's also very aware of what it's doing. And instead of like focusing on the mystery itself, I feel like it kind of focuses more on the characters and how they react to the mystery, which I feel like makes the whole thing way more entertaining. Also, the ending of this movie is definitely one of the best endings to a horror movie that I've seen in recent years. And our last category, number 10, daylight horror. And again, if you've seen a few of my videos or you know some of my movie thoughts, you probably are gonna guess what I'm gonna say here, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Midsummer. Midsummer, Midsummer, Midsummer. Midsummer. The director's cut, the not director's cut, all of the above. As I'm sure you know, most horror movies happen in the dark. This one happens almost entirely in the sunlight, which, you know, can in ways make things a little more unsettling. It's about grief and relationships and belonging, wrapped inside of something that's slowly becoming more and more disturbing as it unfolds, the longer you sit with it. It's beautiful, it's uncomfortable, and I feel like it's definitely one of the most recognizable horror movies, recognizable modern horror movies, maybe that's a better way to put it. So there's 10 movies across 10 different subgenres, which hopefully proves that horror isn't just one thing. If you already like horror movies, I would love to know which ones you would add to these lists. And if you normally don't watch horror, tell me which one of these sounds the most interesting to you, because I really do think there's a horror movie out there for everyone. Sometimes it's just about finding out what clicks and what doesn't first. But once you find that one, I feel like you never kind of look at the genre the same way again. If you like today's video, make sure to give it a like, it definitely helps this channel out. And if you want more horror recommendations like this, especially A24 horror or weird genre crossover horror, I have more videos coming very soon. I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!